Well, I've always wanted to go to Papua New Guinea. I've always been fascinated by the fact that it's, on one side you've got Indonesia, the other side you've got Australia, and this country has retained its tribal identity. People up in the mountains, up in Hagen, do not get on with the people down on the coast, and there is a natural movement of people for jobs down to Port Moresby, the capital, because there's hardly any work for people up in the mountains, up in the north. And when they move down, there are clashes.
They fought because they said the cities belongs to us, and you came in and you disturbed many things and you got bully on us. So that's why they said, you guys leave us, we want to live alone. When the fight broke out, it broke out and anything happened. They kill, they ban, they do everything.
They make a very, very strong, lethal, I would suggest, home brew. That's part of their culture. And they're warriors. I mean, these are some of the toughest people I've ever met. We had arranged to meet a guy up in Hagen, which is one of the toughest areas. And we were told it was okay to meet this guy. He's a rascal. It's a term that's used regularly up there for people who are basically robbers. We had arranged to meet the general. The general's a notorious warrior and rascal, and a very bright man. But when the person that's taking you to meet him says, you go on up ahead and I'll meet you, generally there should be bells ringing in your head going, why aren't you coming? We went up there, and it was just myself, Jonathan, on cameraman, and the director doing sound.
You're the general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who directed you?
Lucas, yeah. We were told that we were going to meet some guys that have been involved in some trouble. Yeah?
Okay.
That true?
They offered me some betel nut, which is, it's seashell, it's alkaline, and they put a mustard stalk in it. God knows why. It's bitter as hell. Then they wanted me to smoke what they call a cigarette, and then the next minute they were trying to hold us up. You know, he was talking to me quite reasonably, apart from the fact that they'd blacked their faces up and they were wearing combats. And a guy came running out of the bush, 3 guys came running out of the bush. They were going screaming, get down on your hands and knees, get down on your hands and knees. And you know, if you get on your hands and knees at that point, you are going to become a victim at that point. Now, what they're going to do, you don't know. I couldn't actually see whether there was a round in the rifle. So I said, show me your round in your rifle, and I was pushing his rifle away. And at that point, the other guy came towards me and screamed, get down on your hands and knees. Now with the shotgun, you can't see whether there's a round in there or not.
You gonna kill me?
So that's when I let go of the guy with the rifle and started pushing the guy with the shotgun up the hill. I don't know what I said. I don't think it was the most macho words I've ever used in my life.
You gonna kill me? No one's gonna kill me. All right?
I think it was a little bit wimpy, but I think he got the message. Thankfully, Jonathan Young, the cameraman who I've worked with in Afghan before, you know, he just keeps on rolling, that boy. That's the greatest thing about him. So he just filmed the whole thing. The worst bit for me actually was this. As I was pushing him away going, you're not going to shoot me, you're not going to shoot me, I heard them pushing rounds into the breach. So the next thing I thought was going to be a hole in my back. I mean, that sounds very dramatic, but that's what goes through your mind. But the general called them off. Now, I don't know to this day whether it was a genuine robbery, whether they were going to hurt us. I don't think they really were. Whether they were going to steal the camera, because it's worth a lot of money, or whether they were just testing us, just testing our mettle to see if we'd capitulate. And because we didn't, we earned his respect, I think, in some way. And then I got an interview out of the man. And we know that he's a killer, and we know that he used to work for the government, and he's lost all faith in the government because of the corruption that exists in the country. And I said, well, aren't you adding to the problems of the country by doing what you're doing? And he said, well, give me an alternative.
That's what we do. Yeah.